Welcome everybody to the Buds Podcast, episode 74. We're here with our NBA fantasy preview slash draft recap. So basically, we did our as of when this video is going out, we did our draft a week ago today. So yeah, I mean, we're just going to talk about the season, look at some teams here because season starts in when this, like I said, when this video is going up, it'll start in 2 days on the 22nd of December. So yeah, we'll go through the teams here real fast. I'll just say who we got in the on the sides. So we got me, Beat Your Meats, and then we got Okay, so yeah, yours is like that, Nick. All right, so we got Beecher Meets Me. Kevin loves licking Tatum, which is Peyton. He was in our football league. We got Jump in the Dame Pool, which is Mort. He was in baseball, and he's on fucking every video, and I don't even know why I had to explain that. Can't believe it's not Butler. Ben, Lamar Odom's plug, Quentin. Team Janu, Braden. I mentioned him in the draft video. He's our friend that from used to talk with us and stuff, and decided to come back for the fantasy league. And then we got the West Division over here. We got Valley Boys. That's Brandon. That's Mort's cousin from Arizona. Team Woo. That's Joe, naked boy down there.
Yeah, I'm
Levine.
fully naked. I mean, actually, no, I'll make a deal. If I wake up tomorrow, and I mean Monday morning,
All right.
to 100 subs, I'm leaking a pic on the Twitter.
Okay.
I hope you lose
La-
subs.
Lavina Prayer. That's Nick. Boban's hanging nutsack. That's Hunter. Football league. He was in there. Dunn and Dunner. That's Brent B Wood. And then Team M1 is M1M1. Are the man, the myth, the legend. In every he has to be in every fantasy league for us. He helped.
For once, both are actually pretty. You have a top three in every division, and then that top three is very good.
No, and then even
So,
like okay, you have your top three.
and then yeah, and then but you have teams who are gonna contend though.
Like I'll okay. Our top three, it's basically just the sweaty people in each division. So like for the East, the sweaty people in my eyes are me, Mort, and Quentin. And then Peyton, he's still good. He knows fantasy. Braden, I don't know. I've never done fantasy with him. And then Ben, I don't know. I forget how he did last year in basketball when we did it. And then for your West, you got Brandon, Nick, and you, Joe, because you had mentioning it, you made you had three mock drafts today of the draft. I think we talked about that during that video. But and then obviously Hunter, I don't know how well he is in basketball fantasy. B Wood, he has his moments, and then M1, I really don't know how he's going to be in basketball because he was decent. He made it to the playoffs in football, and no one thought that was going to happen. So
It'll be the same thing. Expect a different lineup from him by the end of the year.
oh yeah, well actually let's go to lineups right now. Let's take a look at the
Let's
East
start with the
first.
East first.
Yeah,
Start with the beach.
Yeah, just start
the
with the
beacher
top
meats.
East.
yeah. Let's start with
Start with
me.
the Beecher Meats, the commissioner of the league,
The guy
which is
that's
subject
had
to
some
change.
questionable acts in the past.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So,
Wait. Okay.
with my
I,
first
I
pick,
I like it.
I picked eighth, I believe. I took Trey Young. I thought he was the best available player. I kind of reached on him. I think he was ranked 11th, but I just took a chance there. Kind of went center heavy. I'm aiming for the rebounding and double doubles.
Yeah.
That's always my strategy in fantasy basketball. So I took Drummond there. He was my second
I
pick.
like it. I like it.
I don't
I
like.
mean, one player I'm curious. I'm curious to see. I like the Al Horford pick. I was gonna pick him. You picked him to pick right before me. I remember.
I picked him very late.
I like the. See, Karras is interesting 'cause I don't know how he's gonna play this year with two superstars on the team,
He's
but
coming off the
I would
bench,
love
so
to
he's
see
gonna be
how
their
he
he's
plays.
gonna be their scorer off
Yeah.
the bench.
Again, someone like CP3, like that's gonna be interesting to me. I'm not saying it's gonna be a great pick, maybe,
Yeah.
but CP3's production. I feel like he's never been in a situation like he is now, like with like a really good ball
his
handler.
assist numbers are going to go up, I feel like, and that's I look when I draft, I personally look for the double double machines. I look for 2 or 3
Yeah.
solid scores,
That's
which
why I
I
made that a
have there.
stat.
I have there in Murray, Trey Young, and I'll say Jalen Brown. Those are my 3 solid scores right there. And then my double double machines are Wood, Drummond, Paul, possibly Miles Turner down there. Those are like my guys that I live and die on like the double double, hopefully. So
Yeah, I will say one thing. I mean, it looks like we're kind of don't have a lot of guard depth though.
yeah, that's the one thing. I mean, I have Chris Paul, Levert, Garland, and Bazemore. Those are my guards really, and I have John. I have a decent
Yeah.
guard depth, I think.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely very center heavy. Going with the different strat.
I like centers personally.
Yeah, I like, but I mean, I
That's why
like
we
it.
made the
I
point
think this is
center
all
heavy.
around.
Hardly center.
I think this is a team that if it stays healthy, it's definitely like a playoff team, like normal. Um, yeah, but
All right,
I think it's a pretty good team.
all right. Let's go look at Peyton's team
Yeah.
then.
I haven't even looked at everyone's team to be honest.
Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah, I don't even. I only looked at like our teams here pretty much, not really, and
So
like
let's see
24.
Peyton.
All right, so Peyton had, I believe,
Hey,
he had the 10th pick, or no, yes, he had the 11th pick, and he took Karl Anthony Towns. So you could say that was a steal. And then with his second pick, he took Jason Tatum. Peyton has a decent team. He went a lot of rookies.
okay, I like it. I like it.
The rookies
But
though could be sus.
the
Yeah.
rookies though, like I don't know how I feel about Gallinari as like that starting power forward position he has. I mean, it definitely could be good.
He has Jaren
Yeah,
Jackson on IR, and then he,
Yeah, so Jaren Jackson, he's kind of doing the thing you're doing with Chris.
that was a good
Nick.
pick.
yeah,
And he's putting Jaren Jackson there and kind of waiting for him to come back, even though I think Jaren Jackson will be out for a lot of the season.
is Kevin Love gonna be a good player this year?
That's another thing.
I don't know.
I mean, Tatum can be put at the power forward spot too, but he doesn't really have anyone other small forwards other than these two. I mean,
I definitely like this team. I think this
other
team
than
is gonna
Will
be
Barton,
like.
but
I think this team's gonna be on like the brink of a playoff. Like if he, I think he's gonna be like a brink on playoff team possibly.
The thing with the playoffs
He's definitely gonna be one of the teams in the hunt.
it's just like the football one. Since we're having 12-man league again, we're
So
having
6
six
man?
teams. 6 teams in the playoffs. So
is it 2 buys again or?
yep, 2 buys. So when you have that buy, you get an entire week off of setting
that's
your lineup.
nice.
Yeah, entire week of setting.
That's a real buy.
That's a real buy. So, but yeah, I think Peyton will be good here. The only
I
question
like his team.
the only questionable picks I think are John Wall, Edwards, and Wiseman. I mean, obviously not questionable because they're gonna do something, but it's just interesting.
What their role is going to be to start the year.
Yeah,
I mean, call me crazy, but Anthony Edwards is like underrated. Like I know that sounds pretty stupid, but like everyone's talking about LaMelo and like
still haven't really get
like,
to see him in action
yeah.
first.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but like no one's really talking about like I think he dropped like 20 points the other night.
Peyton's team would definitely be interesting though. Let's go to Mort's
definitely.
team.
I definitely like the team.
We got
jump in the Dame pool.
Jump in the Dame pool, yeah.
Okay.
So with his first
team
pick,
Raptors.
He had the 7th pick. He picked above me. He picked Damian Lillard, and then with his second pick, I do believe he took Pascal.
Wait, he has a problem already. I only see 2 centers on his team.
Yes, because
I only see 2 centers.
Because
and
he said
Sabonis and Brook Lopez.
He said that me and Brendan took all the centers.
Okay.
He could have got somebody.
So I'm gonna go position by position. I like, in the starting. I love his two. I love his first 2. Warren, he's a stat sheet stuffer in fantasy. Siakam, I mean, that's a great pick. Sabonis is underrated. Schroeder, I think. Yeah, I think Schroeder's a little bit overrated now that he's on the Lakers, just because he's gonna be playing with LeBron and AD. I think they're overrating him a little.
Same with Wiggins. I don't know.
Yeah, Wiggins. He's gonna be like He's gonna be like the
Yeah,
third option
but
from what I've
Like
heard.
Wiggins will have up and down games this
Yeah.
year. I feel like.
well, I mean, yeah, he's gonna be that third option because you got Clay. No, not Clay. You got Curry. Then I really think they're
Oubre.
trusting Oubre. I really think Oubre is a big, thing this year. I like Bridges. See, Lopez is like he only has one really good center.
Yeah.
So definitely, he might
Lopez
have
will
to do
get
some
him
trades for that.
blocks.
Lopez will get him blocks and
Uh-huh.
rebounds,
I mean,
unless
he's not really
actually.
that good of a rebounder though.
Yeah, I was
He's
gonna say because
projected to average
Giannis is
4
there.
rebounds.
Yeah, Giannis is there for rebounds. So.
And then I like his bench.
Denny Avdija could be a
Yeah,
good player.
that'll be good
whatever
for
you say
him.
his name.
That was a steal for him, definitely. I'm not saying this because we shit on him for Poole all the time, but
I mean, yeah, it's kind of
he's
a
on like
questionable pick.
And they are saying
I mean, then again, it was his last pick probably. So.
they are saying it was his last pick. They are saying Denny is gonna be starting small forward for the Wizards. So that's
Yeah, so that was definitely the best. I mean, I like the two people. I like two people on his bench. I like Marvin Bagley and Denny. I feel like those two guys are gonna be like really good this year.
yeah. I mean more
And
I
Fournier
like
too.
overall. I mean, going through these teams already, it seems like everybody's team is pretty like even. To start off the season at least. To start off the season. I mean, obviously, the one thing you glaring pointed out, Nick, is the center, lack of center.
Yeah, he only has 2.
And
So I mean, Andrew, say like I feel like you two could definitely work out a trade. He has a lot of guards and forwards. You have a lot of centers. So I'm just saying again. I feel like you guys could definitely work out a trade. To trade some of those guys off.
I mean, I said Aaron Baines and Al Horford are on the block.
Wow.
So.
I mean, I like that he's gonna cheer for the Raptors
Horford's
this
on the
year.
block.
Well, I mean, Nick, maybe I might as well give him Aaron Baines too.
Yeah, give him the whole starting lineup.
All right, who do we got next here? We got Ben.
I haven't really looked at Ben's team.
Me either. Ben has an interesting team now.
Yeah,
Let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, that's right. He has a lot of Pelicans.
All right, so with Ben's first pick, he took LeBron James. Second pick, he took Jimmy Butler, and then I believe third pick he took took Meatball, yeah,
just
Zion
like
Williams.
Just like Mort, he only has 2 centers.
Yeah, and they only play center.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I like the team. I like the team.
What's good about his team?
Yeah,
that players can play like multiple positions.
Yeah.
I definitely like Brogdon a little bit. I don't know if he's my starting point guard at that spot. He definitely does not have a definite point guard, in my opinion. That's just my opinion there.
Call me biased.
DeLon Wright.
Yeah, I was gonna say call me biased, but I think DeLon Wright will be a good piece for him there.
I think DeLon Wright
minutes.
is good at that spot.
Like I said, no, I said this.
Yeah,
I said this talking to you guys last night. DeLon Wright's gonna average 15 points a game this year. I like put it in.
They got him at 13.9. So
yeah.
I mean, Draymond might get some triple doubles.
Maybe double doubles. Maybe double. I don't think triple
He'll
anymore.
get 10 and 10.
10 rebounds, 10 assists.
LeBron's gonna get him a lot of points.
Triple doubles. Yeah, I think Jimmy Butler could get him a couple too. And Brogdon. Ben actually put a death lineup in here for triple doubles.
I mean, I don't know. If
Yeah,
Brogdon
definitely.
He used to back in his Milwaukee days. He would every once in a while.
Meatball will get him double.
I mean, now that Lonzo has an actual center, maybe he does better. See, that's something we don't know until in the end of the season, in my opinion.
And he actually got Lonzo center with him. He got Steven Adams.
And he's got Kuzma.
Yeah, exactly.
What do we feel about this Kuzma pick?
I like it.
And then I like the bench a lot, actually. I feel like those are really good 3 players on the bench.
Rui will be good for him.
Rozier's going to be interesting.
Yeah, Rozier. I think Rozier gets traded.
I mean, if he gets a starting spot, that's not bad.
Yeah. So
I like
Ben's
this team.
Again, glaring issue is no center. And I think that's really all that you're going to see from a lot of these teams is that they're going to lack one position because they didn't draft fully out for everybody.
This team could. I mean, if he pays
everybody
attention, he could compete for that.
No, if everyone
playoffs.
stays healthy on that team, Ben competes.
If like Butler and LeBron's, yeah. Okay,
yeah.
We'll go the next.
All right, we got Quentin here.
Lamar Odom's plug. Okay.
Yeah, and Quentin's very sweaty. So,
Whoa,
with Quentin's with
Right.
his first
This is
pick, he took
interesting.
with Quentin's first pick, he took Jokic, and then with his second pick, I do believe he took Mitchell.
Yeah, probably.
Wait.
Or Bam, maybe.
No, it was Mitchell. Bam was his third pick.
Okay. I mean,
It'll be an interesting team. He took Isaac Okoro. He got LaMelo.
he went a few rookies as well.
Yeah.
Willie
I mean,
Cauley-Stein.
LaMelo will be good for him, I think. I mean, Jokic is going to be good. Jokic and Bam, best front court you could get right there. I think his only wild card right now is Michael Porter Jr. Because is he going to do what he did in the bubble? We don't know.
See, I don't really know about his team because I mean, a lot of his players like mostly average a lot of points, but like not a lot of like rebounds, assists.
Yeah, I mean, right now you got Bam and Jokic. They're going to get double doubles from him. But then outside of that, you don't really have an assist person, except unless he has Kimba and maybe LaMelo.
Yeah, LaMelo if he starts, I guess.
Yeah, LaMelo and Kimba are going to be your guys that are going to get your assists for you. But outside of those two guys, he doesn't really have any. And that's you could look at that as a glaring position for him is point guard right now. He doesn't really.
Yeah, Derrick Rose and LaMelo is the only point guards right now. I mean, Kemba's on the IR.
Yeah, Kimba's on the IR. Kimba will be out for the first 2 weeks, I think they said. So
that's definitely a problem in my opinion.
I don't know about this team, but
Quentin, he'll find a way to compete. He always does. Well, I mean, he did it in the baseball. Baseball, he kind of sucked, but football, he was one of the best teams. And I know he actually likes basketball and he pays attention to it. So who knows? He might have a chance. He might struggle with setting his lineup though, because he does work during the night time. He does work at night, so he sleeps during the day. So that might be a disadvantage to him. So we'll have to see how Quentin does. I think he has the pieces to be good, but he can make a couple more moves to be even better.
Just trade with them one.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look at Braden Janu.
This team.
Mr. I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now. Mr. Team Manager out here.
He has a lot of guards.
Yeah. He has.
I love the starting five. I absolutely love the starting five.
Brandon Clark is Brandon Clark a starter?
Actually, yes, yeah. That's the one thing. That's the one thing. Brandon Clark's the only one I was a little concerned about.
No, I like Brandon Clark. Brandon Clark's gonna have he's gonna go off this year. I say he averages 17 and 10.
Whoa.
Okay, sure.
Definitely,
I like the Colin Sexton pick. That's a very good pick right there.
Yeah, I like Sexton.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's gonna score, I guess, but
I mean, I don't really see a glaring. I don't see a hole in his team. He's got enough centers.
He definitely has that average team.
Okay. No,
definitely the power forward's a problem, kind of.
Yep, I was just about to say power forward and small forward because he's got Kevin Durant, Ingles, and Kevin Knox as his small forwards. So the forward spots are definitely an issue for him that he could depth in on.
Yeah.
He could trade that Bledsoe. He could maybe if Drew Holiday's not having a great season, maybe explore trading Drew Holiday for a top power forward, something that will kind of put that over the edge there for him. He could trade one of those guards for definitely a good power forward and still be safe at that guard position. Because say he trades Drew Holiday, he still has Oladipo sitting right there, or vice versa. If he trades Oladipo, he has Sexton right down there. Then they can move Fultz into a starting lineup if Fultz somehow has a great season. I mean, Fultz is definitely a value pick in this draft or in this year. I think Fultz is going to have a decent year from everything I have seen.
As long as Cole Anthony doesn't take a spot starting.
Yes, as long as Cole Anthony. So I think Braden has again a top team, and I think like we said, basketball is going to be very competitive this year. I think if people are actually able to manage their teams correctly, I think the basketball league could be very, very competitive.
I truly think no one has a horrible team.
No,
like I mean, in football, obviously we knew like some people's teams weren't the best.
He's lacking like maybe a 3-point shooters.
Now, the only thing,
KD,
the only thing I'm gonna mention here is that is gonna hurt teams. Teams with superstars like KD, Kawhi, LeBron, especially the Lakers after their shortened season. Teams with players like those, they're allowing when they aren't playing on national TV, they can rest players. So I feel like you're going to see players resting a lot, especially teams like the Lakers. So that's going to hurt. I know you have Anthony Davis, Nick, and I know Ben, LeBron James. That's going to hurt you guys because the Lakers know they can win without those players. They have Montrezl Harrell, they have Dennis Schroeder, Taylor Horton Tucker is becoming a breakout player for them. Kuzma, they have players like that they can strive off of, even though
I think they'll rest much though.
I don't know. Yeah,
they didn't really rest a lot last year.
Yeah, I don't know. It might change though. But Braden, last pick in the draft, he took Westbrook and then KD. So he took Westbrook first round and then KD. So, yeah, I think Braden will have a good team there. So that completes the East. Moving over to the West, we had
the Valley Boys.
The Valley Boys second pick in the draft, and he took Mr. Luka Doncic with his first pick, and then he took Brandon Ingram with his second. I think Brandon,
he lacks the center position, definitely.
Yeah, again, center position really only.
No, in my opinion, I know Harrell's gonna be really good, but definitely lacks the center position a lot. Maybe that was his strategy, really, because he's stacked on every other position. On point guard, he probably stacked. On shooting guard, okay, he has good depth there. It's not the best, but it's still really good.
Yeah, considering his top three guard.
Considering his top point guards.
Yeah, his point guards are Luka, Ben Simmons, and De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
And then Seth Curry.
And DeJounte Murray.
Yeah. Like he's set on guard.
Yeah, in my opinion, if you go by like this, I think point guard he's set. Shooting guard it's above average. Small forward, good. And then power forward and center are a little lower in my opinion. But he definitely has a good team.
His shooting guards are Bogdanovich, Murray, and Seth Curry. I don't know about that.
Yeah. His team, it's definitely interesting. He's definitely going to get the
point. I mean, he's got trade bait.
Yeah, definitely a lot of trade bait.
So I think he's a playoff team though.
Just looking at his team, I already know like 2 players I want to trade for on his team if I can get the chance to.
I mean, Seth Curry's one in my opinion.
Well, yeah, and I guess for your sake, yes, but for my sake, there's 2 players that I want that I've had on my team in past years that I know can go off, and there's a new guy actually. So
PJ.
What?
PJ Washington.
No, not him. It's. I'm not going to mention who it is because I don't want you being a snake, Joe. I don't want you bringing out your notepad again like you had during the draft and start writing players down. All right, but Brandon, definitely a good team, and he should do decent. So let's go to the draft night sweaty here, Mr. Joseph Tarantino.
Let's see if this was worth the sweat.
With his first pick, he took James Harden, and then with his second pick, he took Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, which he tried. Which I want to mention this. This man during the draft, he said, "I hope he follows me. I hope he follows me." And I said, you want to take Shai?" And he said, "No, I don't want to take Shai. It's close to Shai though." And I'm like, "You want to take Shai?" And he's like, "No, I don't want to take Shai. I knew you wanted to take Shai."
You got Timberwolves backup point guard Ricky Rubio. Whoa, starting.
I mean, he's practiced by 30 minutes. So is he really the backup?
I mean, he's supposed to be the behind Malik Beasley, who's protected less minutes than him.
Well, if he's gonna be playing a lot, I mean.
No, Joe, he's backup. Stop.
Wait. We have we got a few Pistons, huh?
Yeah, and say you're.
No, I mean
Jeremy Grant.
I don't know. I mean, in my opinion, I think those 2 are gonna be the ones who really go off. I mean, but I love that Blake pick for me.
No, see, Blake will go off, but I think he kind of realizes.
I'm gonna let you guys talk about my team.
I would say Blake kind of realizes he's like mentor on the team, so I think he's gonna take the back seat and he'll get the rebounds, he'll get the assists, but he will definitely take a step back on scoring unless he has to. So you could maybe look for Blake for a triple-double watch. I'm just saying.
Whoa.
Every once in a while. He's already proved during the preseason. He's had games where he's playing like 15 minutes and he's putting up 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 points. He's had like 2 or 3 games.
Another thing, I didn't really go heavy on it, but I realized that mid-draft, I'm kind of went defensive a lot too.
Yeah,
Obviously, I went defensive. I went like defensive and like a little bit rebounding and like assists, kind of, I guess you could say, and points.
No, I think you'll have a good team though.
I went a little bit of everything.
You'll have a good team.
Chris Boucher.
Definitely Shea and Harden are gonna carry you with those points right there, and I feel like they'll carry you to the promised land.
Gobert will get
with the
doubles.
bench.
Yeah, with the bench. The bench, yeah, you got OG down there and Chris Boucher.
I mean,
with
OG's gonna. I think he'll be good this year.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting for OG to play like go to this season. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he just needs to find out his offensive way and he'll be great. With Chris Boucher, I don't know if they're gonna play Aaron Baines that much. In my opinion, I don't think they're gonna play him like an outrageous amount. I think Boucher
could get more minutes.
Yeah, and then Lou Dort, he is playing terrible in preseason, but I mean he's on drop watch right now. I'm gonna wait for like the first couple games, see how he plays, and if I want to pick up someone else, I'm just gonna drop him.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know about DiVincenzo.
Yeah, he's supposed to get increased like playing time this year.
Is he a starter?
I don't think he might be actually. Yeah,
I believe he's starting.
Yeah, he might be starting at that 2 guard. It's gonna be Drew, him, Middleton, Giannis, and then Brooke. I think.
Like, I don't know why I was thinking Bledsoe was still there.
Yeah, I was saying Bledsoe's down in.
I mean, yeah, like I kind of looked for like either best available or, like best available or like the best opportunity to break, like, break out.
All right, let's take a look at your team, Nick.
Yeah, I definitely drafted for opportunity. So.
See my team.
So Nick, your team with your first pick, you took you definitely got 3 Okay, you definitely have one of the better teams here.
God.
You have Anthony Davis, Kawhi Leonard, Zach LaVine, Kyrie Irving, DeAndre Jordan. Only sus pick I would say you have there because he might be starting, he might be off the bench. We don't know yet. Devontae Graham, another good pick, but again, like it's weird with that situation there in Charlotte because like you don't know which 2 out of the 3 are starting there.
I think he's safe.
Yeah, I think he's starting. That was a very good pick there. Randall, top man in New York, don't really have to worry about that. He's gonna score. Richardson will do good. He's gonna get starting minutes there, I think.
Like usual, I think he's a playoff team again.
Cousins,
like usual in every league.
Yeah, Cousins.
I mean,
obviously, no one really knows how he's going to do because he's coming off not playing for like 2 years.
I'm high on Cousins this year.
Yeah, so hopefully Cousins does good.
Healthy.
So am I. That's very true.
Bold move actually picking Richardson and Hardaway, basically playing the same position in a way, kind of.
I mean, they could both end up starting.
Yeah, because you could have Luka at the 1 and then one of them at the 2 and 3. Yeah, and then Dragic. Okay, your bench is solid outside of Crowder, but I mean
Crowder I just picked up.
Yeah,
like a few days ago.
Wait a minute, I have a question. So your first 4 picks were Kyrie, Levine, Leonard, and Davis, right?
Yeah.
How the fuck did we let you do that?
No, Nick.
I'm so confused that we let him do this.
That's gonna be good.
Kawhi 3rd.
Like, I'm not even capping. I mean, yeah, I know I'm not even gonna cap. I think those are 4. That had to be like the best start to the draft.
Yeah, no,
and
definitely
then,
is.
Like at that point, you can like either you can go for some home run, like you can go for some like long shots at that point. Get 4 really good picks. I mean, you did take AD. I was gonna take him.
No, Nick you'll definitely be a playoff team unless unforsaken circumstances.
You just need to stay healthy.
Yeah, stay healthy and not rest, especially coming from Kawhi and stuff. Okay. Let's go to
Yeah,
Hunter's team.
that's something I feel like Kawhi and AD might be chilling on the bench.
Cool.
Okay, so Hunter, interesting team here. He's got Booker, Morant, John Collins, Middleton, Valanciunas.
I was literally gonna take Booker's second round too, and then he snagged him first round.
No, I don't. I don't.
didn't think
a lot
someone
of
was gonna
people
take
saying
him.
Booker. I heard that Brandon. This was. I don't know if this was a smoke screen. But I heard Brandon was gonna pass on Luca and take Booker number 2 overall.
What?
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I heard. But I don't know if that was just a smoke screen from people. But on paper, Hunter should be really good because of his backcourt right there.
Again, the centers.
Yeah, the centers,
Yeah.
Nerlens, and then Valanciunas.
I mean,
and
I
Collins.
like Valanciunas.
Yeah, Valanciunis will be. He'll be a good.
He's a good offensive player.
Yeah.
I don't like Middleton this year, in my opinion. I don't like him that much. I mean, I think he's gonna be good. I just don't like him.
I feel like his usage might drop as Drew Holiday plays more games.
Well, he won't have to score as much because Drew Holiday will be there. He'll be able to help a little bit.
And I don't think he's really gonna be assisting the ball too much.
Yeah,
I mean, he's gonna have open shots though.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I love the Kyle Lowry pick. I think that pick's great.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could see Kyle Lowry being your starting point guard. So that fact that he's his backup point guard is actually very good for him. And then his rest of the team is pretty good. Definitely,
he's gonna have Duncan down there.
And Booker can play point guard too if he has to put him there.
Yeah, and he's gonna have Duncan Robinson on his bench just sniping for him. So
yeah, that's all 3-pointers right there.
Oh yeah, Duncan, Bojan, Dylan Brooks. He's got snipers on his bench.
I mean, Harrison Barnes, I guess too.
At times.
Killian Hayes, we'll have to see if he does.
No, Killian Hayes. I like the pick because it's low risk, high reward. I mean, you took a rookie, you drop him if he didn't do good, but if he does do good, you know what? You benefit from it.
What pick did he take him? 7th round.
Yeah, 81. So yeah.
Is that overvalued?
Maybe.
I mean, he's taking a stretch.
Maybe a little, but
he's taking a stretch on him, definitely.
Yeah. Obviously, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, and you really can't.
I'm guessing he's a Piston fan.
Yeah, I mean he's from Michigan, so I would assume he is. But yeah, Hunter has a good team there. I feel like he'll contend down there in the West. Okay, let's go to the man who traded for the first pick. Brendan.
And
he got Giannis. I believe
a lot of day-to-days.
Yeah, a lot of day-to-days, but Giannis was playing the entire preseason, so he should be good there.
Center heavy.
Yeah, he has a lot of centers.
Yeah. He went a little bit heavier than me because he has guys who can only play center. At least I got a couple guys that can play center, power forward, but he has guys who strictly play center. Thomas Bryant, Hassan Whiteside, DeAndre Ayton, Jarrett Allen, and I believe that's all. But yeah, he has guys strictly play center. And then he has
2 players that can play power forward.
Someone who I don't love here is Jarrett Allen.
Jared Allen and DeAndre Jordan. I don't know who's going to get the majority.
They're going to be battling it out, and it's going to be really interesting.
I think it's Jordan.
I felt like Jordan's going to start getting minutes now with the full team there. I feel like they'd rather play with DeAndre Jordan for some reason. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know for sure. Or maybe they might want to play with the young guy. Or what they might do is they might be like, okay, the newcomers, you're a squad, and then be like the old team, you're a squad. So Jarrett Allen gets to run with Karras, Spencer, Joe, and all of them.
I think if that happens,
I'd like Jared with the bench group.
Literally, the Nets are so overpowered when you look at them. They're more overpowered than the Warriors. They're probably the most on paper, they're the most overpowered team in NBA 100%. History. Because they literally have a starting squad or a backup squad that can make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So
that's what they did in the bubble.
That's what they did. They were in the bubble with a G League. With a G League. Not even
the Raptors swept them, but they still they didn't look bad.
What's the starting lineup for like them this year?
Kyrie.
Curious.
Kyrie.
Is Dinwiddie or LeVert starting?
I've heard they're gonna let Dinwiddie start, and then Joe Harris.
Then Katie at the 4.
Katie. Well, here's the thing. I heard Katie said he's only playing small forward and center this year.
Center. Oh,
yeah.
God.
I don't know.
Center's OP. That sounds like.
Yeah. So I heard those were his 2 positions this year. So we'll see how that goes. But I want to say it's gonna be Kyrie, Dinwiddie, Joe, Katie, and then obviously Jordan or Allen. One of those 2. Because they said
I like that though. I mean,
you have 3 balls.
Karis gonna be one of the. He's probably one of the best 6 man.
Oh yeah, without a doubt he will.
Or if it's
they're a top 3 team in the league. I'm gonna say it.
No, they are. They are without a doubt.
They're
a top 3.
They gotta go top 3 in the East if they're healthy.
But yeah, Brendan definitely has a strong team here. If he can maybe trade some of those centers for a power forward or a backup guards, he definitely will make a run just because of Giannis. I think Giannis and Beal will help him there. Kyrie also is probably going to, or not Kyrie, D'Angelo Russell will do decent in Minnesota. I think he has Cat there. He has a lot of young pieces around him. So
we haven't really seen D'Lo in Minnesota much.
Yeah, so we'll have to see how he does there. Okay.
Also,
let's go
that's
the last team.
Too.
We got last team here at Mr. M1.
Oh, best for last.
Best for last.
Let's see this team.
Curry, so M1 drafted 10th. He had picked Steph Curry, and then he took Embiid, I believe. Yes, Embiid. Okay.
I don't know why I'm just always laugh when I just look at his team.
Well, the thing that he took sus picks
like Mike,
DeRozan, like Mike. George, Aldridge.
Like Mike, if you're watching this, whatever I'm gonna say, like I think you have a good team, but this is such a team I would picture him drafting.
Oh, it is,
right?
Duke.
Come on, come on! You got Marc Gasol, you got Tyler Hero. Like,
I think the best value pick he took was Marcus Smart down there on his bench.
Definitely.
Marcus Smart is definitely gonna flourish with
10th round.
Yeah, he's gonna flourish with Kemba Walker not playing for the first 2 weeks, and I think if he does good enough.
Wait, he only has 2 point guards, Curry and then Marcus Smart. So the point guard depth.
No, he is Conley.
Oh yeah, didn't even see him.
Yeah, so Conley. So he's.
I mean, I like his team again.
He's
definitely weak. I like him.
He's weak at power forward because he has LaMarcus Aldridge and Aaron Gordon.
Yeah.
That's definitely a spot he could fix there for himself.
I don't know.
Again, Mike, if you're watching this, I'm constructive criticism only. I think you have a good team. I'm not gonna say that you can, easily make the playoffs because I mean, you have great players.
Yeah.
But I definitely think with a couple trades to rearrange the team because you have good players, just you need not all the players in the team. I feel like fit together in a sense, I guess you could say.
No, I definitely.
Even though it's fantasy, it doesn't really make sense. I don't know.
It's gonna be hard.
I feel like with some trades.
No, it's definitely going to be hard for any. It's going to be a dog battle the whole entire season because each division is good. Each division has strong teams just based off the first roster. Like, look, when you first look at the roster, each team is very strong, and I think that everyone will be battling out until literally that last week. I don't think we'll know who wins the division until the last week. I don't think we'll know who gets that number 1 seed. I think it will be a literal battle until the end of the season. So, I don't think there's anything because we don't have any. We can look at the recent moves real fast because I know there's been a couple, but other than that, there's no final standings projection like basketball or anything like that.
Just some commissioner stuff.
Wait, let's read that. Just to make sure.
Change scoring category, double doubles,
quadruple doubles, which probably won't happen.
That will never happen. Triple doubles from 3 to 4 points.
bumped up quadruple double to
The
6
commissioner
points.
is definitely doing.
If someone gets a quadruple double, then that's just
Yeah, that's why I gave it 6 points, because if someone got
just
that
made like
quadruple-
100 points if it actually happens.
But yeah, only moves right now. Nick, you picked up Jay Crowder. Peyton picked up Davis Bertans. I thought that was funny because Mort was sweating about him the other night and said that, oh, he's gonna be out of the country. He's gonna be out of the country. And then I was watching the Pistons game tonight, and he came out, and they were like, and at the scores table, Davis Bertans. And I texted Mort. I texted in our group chat. I was like, Mort, Davis is in the country right now. He's like, huh? And Peyton picked up Bobo. Don't know what kind of move that was, but I mean, hey, he said Aaron Naismith was going to be a starter or the rookie of the year.
Yeah,
so he's been preaching that in our comments. So don't know what that whole deal was about dropping him then. And then Braden picked up Kevin Knox for Mason Plumlee. Again, maybe because he just had too many centers on his team, he was trying to cut down. Or I think that's because if he would have still had Plumlee, he would have had 4 centers, so that makes sense.
I mean, it is Plumlee too, so
yeah, he was going for more depth, I think. But yeah, I mean, I think that's all really. We don't have.
I think this is definitely one of the most interesting fantasy leagues I've been. It's gonna be one of the most fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be very fun, very sweaty. And first matchup start
22nd.
22nd.
A few days.
It's first matchups.
We can look at those, I guess, for the.
I was just gonna say them really fast. We have me versus Peyton, Braden versus Quentin, Ben versus Mort, and then we have M1 versus Yujo, Brandon versus Hunter, and Nick versus B Wood. So all those should be interesting, I feel as though. And yeah, I think that's all we got for you guys though. Kind of a little longer video since we had to go through all the teams there, but if you guys could like and subscribe, that would help us out a lot. And I think we only have 5 days after this. 5 days of Blood News left. We have
flew by.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. So should be really fun for you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time.